Hey, 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 welcome to Chat with KST. I am your girl, Kay, and welcome to our quickie segment where we're here for a good time, not a long time. So, we're going to jump into Michelle Obama and what it's like to be First Lady. Um, but before we do, I just want to speak really quickly about how sometimes as people, right? We tend to want something, right? We tend to want to be like someone. We tend to want to be like the Obamas. We tend to want to be like these high and mighty people and people in power, and we only get to see the glitz and the glam, right? However, you never know what a person may be going through behind all of it, which is why I wanted to jump into this very segment. So let me first and foremost read the write up. So according to the Neighborhood Talk, oh wow, Michelle Obama says knowing too much about the state of the world keeps her up at night. When you've been married to the president of the United States who knows everything, sometimes you want to turn it off. So let me play that clip for you guys.
Is the thing that keeps you up at night now, or what is your biggest fear now after having overcome so many?
There's such a thing as knowing too much. And when you've been married to the president of the United States who knows everything about everything in the world, sometimes you just want to turn it off.
Too much.
Right. It's like, I don't want to know what was in that folder that you just got that made you quiet. You know, I don't want to know why the security just pulled you over. I mean, it could be any range of things that comes across the desk of the leader of the free world, right? So I know a lot about what's going on, and what keeps me up are the things that I know. The war in the region, in too many regions. What is AI going to do for us? The environment, you know, are we moving at all fast enough? What are we doing about education? Are people going to vote? And why aren't people voting? Are we too stuck to our phones? I mean, those are the things that keep me up, because you don't have control over them.
What is the thing that
So that's what I'm saying, right? We see Michelle Obama, we see these beautiful people who are put into these positions, or not put into these positions, who have these positions that they have. And when they have their positions that they have, we like, oh my God, I want to be the first black president or the first black lady. But then it's like, do you have the emotional and the mental capacity to deal with and handle the things that they can handle? Because for me, I don't think I want to be no first lady. I don't want to be the first lady of anything, because when you're the first lady, they say the crown, that the head that holds the crown is heavy or something. I forgot the saying, but heavy is the crown that heavy is the head that holds the crown, if I remember correctly. And it does suck to not be able to turn it off sometimes, especially if this is Michelle Obama. Imagine what it's like to be President Obama. Former President Obama, right? Imagine what it's like to be a former president and you see all the different wars going on everywhere, and everyone is running to you for answers because you're the president of the United States. Answers that you may or may not have. And you start finding about all these different wars, all these different threats going on, threats that you can or cannot speak on, threats that you're trying to protect your own country from, threats that you're trying to help other countries get out of. Like, heavy is, this is just what I want to remind you guys. Heavy is the crown heavy is the head that holds the crown. So the next time you want somebody's spot, sometimes the next time you want somebody's position, make sure that you can handle it. And honestly, this would keep me up at night too. And I just kind of wanted to give you guys a quick into what Michelle Obama goes through. It's not always peaches and roses. It's not always peaches and roses. It's not always photo ops and, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's not always about that, right? Those are the good things, but there are other things that can be really destructive. And we do have to also listen into what she said about the destructive things, right? She talks about AI. So we have to listen and be keyed in. AI is one of the things she's worried about. She's worried about the state of the country. That's something we need to worry about. Climate. Environmental issues, something we need to also be worried about. Voting. And we hear these things all the time, but we don't listen for them. So when it's coming from the first lady in a regular interview, like, girl or guy, I'm a little bit concerned for these stuff, because I ain't nobody really as concerned, and I kind of see where we're going. We have to be concerned and we have to be alarmed by these different things. So I want to hear you guys' thoughts and comments. Don't forget to share it down below. How are you guys feeling about Michelle Obama in 2024? Bring her back. Bring her and the Obamas back. I'm ready for the Obama administration again. Bring it on back. Anyway, share your thoughts and comments down below. And if you listen to this through the audio podcast or through the audio podcast, whether it be Spotify or Apple Podcasts, we'll chat next time. Laters.